Tommy Johnson Jr. and I drive a nitro-powered car, whether it be a top fuel dragster or a funny car, either one, and been able to accomplish a lot of things in both cars. One of only 14 people to ever win national events in a top fuel car and a funny car. So a lot of accomplishments along the way, and a lot of awards. 4-second club, 300-mile-per-hour club, lots of national event wins, and love drag racing and been able to be successful at it. You know, we met and I wasn't sure what to think and where to go, and at the time I was frustrated that things weren't going as I foresaw them and wanted them to go. So I was open-minded enough to give something new a try, and not to think that I knew everything and maybe there was a better way of doing things. I think if you're not willing to think there's a better way, then you're probably not going to succeed. So I was open-minded to different ways of doing things, different ways of approaching things, and if I could use one of those tools to make things better for me, I was going to do it. You know, I think it goes up and down. You know, things go good for a while, and then things go bad, and it, you know, it's just, things weren't terrible for me, but they weren't as I wanted them, and you always want to be have yourself in a better place, a better position, and you know, it'd been pretty close to a year not being in the seat of a race car, so I wanted to change that and make something happen. You know, I think there's only, you know, there's maybe several reasons why, you know, your history of why you're able to get back in a position like that, but also there's things that you can do to make that happen, and I think that's one of the things that I've learned through this process is positioning myself and focusing on the real task at hand, what I really want, and to get rid of some stuff that might be negative to that, and to focus on the goal and what it needs to happen to make that you know, to achieve it. So that's the steps that I've learned, that how bad you really want it, and you need to focus and clear everything away. That if that's what you want, then that's what you work for. Well, I think it happened pretty quickly. I'm going to credit it all to me, but no, it happened quickly. I mean, I think it's a simple process. It probably so simple that people think it's not possible, you know. But it actually is something to really keep yourself focused, and to get rid of some things that might be a distraction to you, or you know, things that might detract from what you're trying to accomplish, and allows you to focus on just what you want. And I think it happened very quickly. I think it was due to some good coaching and some good my dedication. How I jumped in with both feet, and I think it paid off. Yeah, I think you know, you can give everybody the same tools, and it's what they do with them, and how they apply them, and how they want to use them, and will define the success you get from them. So it's totally what you do with what you learn, and that's why you know, I've recommended to other people, and it could be a hindrance to me. It could be good for them too, and it maybe cost me something, but I still feel that that's part of the challenge. If everybody's on the same playing field, it's who's better, and who will win is who uses the tools the best that they have. So that's a added challenge that I don't mind. Well, I catch myself every day using some of the things that we went over and you've taught me is not only to my profession, but in personal life, in everyday life. You know, even from shopping at a store, not manipulating a person in the store, but getting them to see things my way a little better, and then just anything from trying to get a better seat on an airplane to, you know, I mean, it applies in every aspect of everything. It's how far you want to take it and what you want to use it for. And I've not only used it in professional world now, I've used it in my personal life and everyday life.
Very good.
It's extremely easy to get started. I mean, we did a few phone calls and asked a lot of questions and did a lot of talking, and it's like a bell went off, and I said, did I say that? You know, you read back the answers to some of the questions, and I think to myself, I really said that? And you think, well, that's not really what I intended to say, or not really what I mean. So as soon as you can recognize some of those things and go, wow, I was thinking this but said that. So you change a few little things, and you're already started. I figured you must know what you're doing if I answered your email, because I didn't answer the first one, and you came at me again, and I answered the second one, and I thought, you know, if he convinced me to discuss it and go over it and talk about it, he obviously knows what he's doing. And you know, it was very easy. But I don't, you know, if I hadn't done it, who knows? I mean, I can't tell you the unknown, but I can certainly say that I did, and there's some very good results from it. So I can tell you what I do know, but I can't tell you what I don't know. Well, I think this would help anybody. You know, I mean, from the average worker to somebody trying to be at the top of their profession. It's pretty it's pretty varied for any type of person, any profession, any aspect of life. I think there's a lot of distractions in the world today, and you can get caught up in a lot of things going on, and there needs to be some focus sometimes on the things that are important to you, and evaluate how you approach things. And there's always a better way to approach something, and there's always a better way. I enjoy learning new techniques and new things on how to just how to handle things better, you know, and that's from professional to personal, and I've gained a lot from that, and I think anybody can gain from it. It's just how far you want to take it. The words of advice for somebody not wanting to try something and not wanting to change something, then I think you're probably at your limitations. You are probably not going to be better than you are, and if you're not willing to try, then you'll never know. You could be leaps and bounds ahead of your head where you are today if you would try something new and willing to take a chance on something, and it might be the thing that turns the whole world around for you. But if you don't do it, you'll never know. So I'm always willing to try something and see if it works for me. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But if it does, I'm thankful that I did, and move myself ahead and be better in life. I'm a little bit on the aggressive side on goals, and I put some out there, some small, some big. Focus on those and take steps to make those accomplished, and lots of things to come in the future. I think it's very untapped. You know, you can. I've realized now that there's a lot of things that you can control and make happen that I'd not necessarily thought I could do in the past. But it's not easy. It's still hard work, and you still have to have a lot of dedication and desire and drive to make that stuff happen. But with some new tools and new attitude, it's a pretty unique way to make it happen. I mean, Scott and I have done a great job. Scott Garwood, legacy coach, has taught me a lot of things, some small, some big, some unique, and some very interesting. And to use all those tools and keep working with Scott, who knows where the end will be, and hopefully it's a long, successful future.